So today we're going to be talking about the digital nomad visas that there are around the world. We're going to be talking mainly about the European ones as they seem to be most in demand. Today I've got my immigration lead, which is Placid, who has, 7, 8 years been doing this, hundreds of files. And he oversees the team that also amongst them each does at least 100, 200 each over the past few years. So Placid, what are the digital nomad visas that are really popular right now and why?
There are quite a number of digital nomad visas that are popular. Digital nomad visas became trendy post-COVID or during COVID because a lot of persons were looking for opportunities outside the countries where they were currently living in. First of all, they were looking for places that would be secure. They were looking for places that were affordable, looking for places that they don't need to, go to the office because that's the main reason you can work from home. You don't need to be in an office to do your job. As well as just enjoying the lifestyle as a digital nomad. It could be, going for parties, whatever you enjoy doing. So it became really, really something of interest for so many people during and post-COVID, and it's still trending right now. A lot of persons are moving to different countries. But the most popular one, which is we see and we think it's the best ones, are the digital nomad visas in Portugal, the one in Spain, the one in Malta, the one in Croatia, the one in the UAE. Of course, they have a digital nomad visa here as well. The one in Indonesia and Bali. And I think those are the few ones that are really, really popular these days.
Okay, fine. All right, then. So you said Bali. I don't think Bali is a great place for digital nomads for tax and for the traffic and other things. But now you're telling me I'm wrong because there's a really nice digital nomad visa. Tell me about that one.
It's not only about taxes. A few digital nomads would want to maybe move away or move to countries that are a little bit more tax-friendly than others. But it's also the lifestyle, Jeremy. Some persons want to just move to places where after work, they just want to go party and enjoy life. And, they have really beautiful beach clubs and all those things where it's really, really interesting to digital nomads. So it's not like old people moving to digital nomad areas. They're moving to places that will be really funky. Everyone is looking for different things in the different countries that they're going to, and it's really not just taxes. Yeah, because if it's tax, some persons might not even move to Spain, except maybe they'll be doing the Beckham law thing if they do get approved. But most of these digital nomads move to places that will give them different things. It's lifestyle, it's affordability, it's taxes, of course, and of course maybe some of them they just want to save, and do.
Are there any good ones in South America?
Yes, there are quite a few of them as well. Colombia, for some reason, also it's becoming also very trendy. A lot of persons, digital nomads, are moving to Colombia. Some digital nomad also moved to Brazil. Brazil has a digital nomad visa as well. Mexico, Paraguay, a lot of digital nomads are moving to those places in Latin America. So, digital nomads, people move around everywhere, but the most popular ones, if you talk about, or if you ask my opinion, will be the ones in Europe. Because, living in Europe means you're almost, for example, I'm a digital nomad myself, full disclosure. I live in Portugal. I'm able to go to, as many EU countries as possible. I can wake up today and I want to be, maybe in France. I want to be in Italy. I want to be in Malta. I would do my work, and after work, maybe I want to go see some things. You're able to travel within 29 different countries at the same time, so you're able to just enjoy that.
Yeah, every time
if you like traveling, of course.
Yeah, every time I see, every time I see you, you're better and better dressed because I know you've been shopping in Milan and going to these places here. So you're definitely taking advantage of the flexibility of travel.
Probably, but I enjoy traveling, but sometimes I also I don't like to just travel like that most of the time. Not only because I want to go shop in that place, because obviously
or to
because
make me jealous,
I have something to do in that place, and then shopping will come on the side because that's something I like to do. I think it's therapeutic.
But also,
for me.
when you told me the deals you were getting, it was okay, yeah, now I understand. It's a no-brainer.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, but there's obviously the thing about Europe is why would you, as a digital nomad, want to go to Europe where the cost of living is higher than South America And I get why. It's because there's a path towards citizenship at the end. But there's other people that would say, you know what, let's say they don't want the citizenship or definitely not European citizenship, or they just don't need a citizenship at all because they already have a strong passport. For example, they go to South America and they know there that afterwards their kids will be able to get citizenship, which you can also in Portugal after 1 year of residency. And for example, Brazil is very popular. I hear that a lot. Why do they go to there as opposed to Europe, for example?
I would think most people will go to these countries in Latin America in general, for example. One of the reasons could be because of some of these countries are becoming very popular, like Argentina, for bed tourism. Some of them they feel like it's a quicker option for them to get citizenship, because by the time your child becomes an Argentinian, you as a father as well could get a citizenship.
Brazil is the same, similar as well.
Brazil is the same, but you get the passport after 2 years.
Okay.
So you don't get it immediately. After some time, then you can apply to get the citizenship as well. But that's, I think, one of the reasons why people move to these places. But again, you would agree with me that some of these countries in Latin America is not as safe as the European ones.
We know how safe Portugal is.
In my own opinion, they're just looking for options that would give them citizenship sooner enough than, in the European countries, it takes longer, maybe 5 years, 6 years, 7 years there, depending on the country where you're moving to. Some of them don't even need the visas or the passport or something like that. They just want to explore different options in different countries.
And some of them also is because they're remote workers, right? They're digital nomads. So essentially, if they're doing business in the US, where you get the great spending power of the dollar, you want to be in the same time zone. Usually, it's more convenient to be there. So that makes a lot of sense.
That's another point.
So in your opinion, which one is, obviously you did Portugal, but let's say, for example, someone's looking at all of Europe. What are the differences between these different options, Malta, Spain?
It boils down to your budget and what you're looking for. If you ask me personally, I think I moved to Portugal because I was looking for my long-term goals would be to get a Portuguese passport.
Like thousands and thousands of other people,
thousands of other persons that are moving to Portugal. I think they all want the same thing as me.
Yeah.
So my goal was to, live in a country that will allow me to at least, Portugal is affordable, no doubt.
Yeah.
Second of all, I'll be able to get citizenship within 5 years if I live in Portugal. And then another good thing for me, which I did it, I think, at the right time, was me getting the NHR, which as soon as I applied and then they stopped the thing, which it worked also for me. And I think a lot of persons who moved during the time or even before me wanted to get the NHR benefit as well in Portugal. So for me, looking at all the options and what is available for digital nomads living in Portugal, I think a lot of them moved there because Portugal is affordable. You get the NHR benefit if you already applied before it got closed. Even the taxes is not that bad. You pay taxes on your income, even though you don't make in the country, but still it's not as that big. You pay some certain amount, and at the end of your 5 years, it's less than Spain, and after 5 years, you'll be able to apply for your Portuguese citizenship with the minimum language requirement and all those things. So I think, to me, the best one will be Portugal. And again, like I said, people usually would weigh their options depending on their budget and the family size and what they're looking for. Someone like me, being single as a digital nomad, I can be anywhere. I can decide to do Portugal today and I want to do Bali tomorrow because I can just move around because I don't have a family. Yeah. Some persons, they want to move to a place that at least long term for the kids, they can go to school. They have good schools. True. They have kids to be able to maybe integrate. So they'll be looking at maybe English-speaking countries and things like that. So at the end of the day, it boils down to budget, citizenship, or the benefits of what it comes with, and overall the lifestyle that you want for yourself or your family.
Yeah, you and I, we did Portugal for pretty much the same reasons, right? The path to citizenship is there, the tax benefits are there, the cost of living there is, the safety is there, and we are just 2 out of thousands of people. Just if you look how many Americans are doing it, it's the most noticeable, but they're not the only ones. You've got Chinese, you've got Russian, you've got everyone all around the world. Brazilians, it obviously makes a lot of sense. Yeah. But I think people don't really think about the other options out there. So what's Malta? Is that something that is really a competitor to these guys, or?
Malta, in my opinion, I don't think it's a competitor to a program like Digital Nomad in Portugal. Why? Because there's no clear path to citizenship.
So why would you do it, basically?
They just want to live in an European island.
Yeah.
Nice, it's...
The weather's
of course,
the same.
no doubt, it's it's becoming really popular. It's one of the best touristy destinations for a lot of persons now.
Yeah, well, it always has been.
A lot of persons are go to Malta for holidays and things
Yeah.
like that. But I mean, the Maltese digital nomad visas is just for people who just want to explore. Malta is not for me, but I just want to live in Malta for 1 year, see what's available, and then move to another place. Because even the visa in itself, you cannot renew it for long term. So you only have the possibility to renew your card for 4 years, and after 4 years you need to leave Malta and make a new application if you still want to live in Malta. So you get a 1 year permit, you renew every year for 4 years, and that's the maximum. So after that you need to leave. So it's not that attractive. You know, in Portugal you can renew indefinitely.
Okay.
I mean, it's still a good option for people who just want to explore Malta, people who want to live in Malta. I mean, it's an English-speaking European country as well. So, I mean, integration will be much easier for someone who probably is Brits, American, as opposed to maybe living in Spain where they speak Spanish, or in Portugal where you speak
Portugal.
Portuguese.
Definitely a lot more people speak English in Portugal.
Yeah.
What about UAE? I think there's more than one type of visa, but, you know, tell me about the digital nomad visa.
So the digital nomad visa in UAE got introduced in 2024. It's basically for people who can show proof that they have their own income, they can live in UAE without soliciting.
But what's the threshold?
The minimum threshold is you need to show 50,000.
Wait, in your bank account or every month as a...
No, in your bank account.
You
Because
just need to
your
show...
lifestyle will depend on you. In the UAE,
different?
They don't have like a set criteria for the minimum income that you should be making.
Okay.
But how much you need to show in your bank account should be minimum around
fine.
50,000. And then in other countries, for example, in Portugal, you need to show like 3,440 euros. In Malta, you need to show 3,200 euros thereabout. In Italy, you need to show around 2,500. In Croatia, you need to show around 3,200. All of these programs, you obviously need to show that you have your own means to take care of yourself before moving to those countries.
Italy is cheaper than Croatia.
Yes.
I would have thought it the other way around.
I think they took advantage that everyone else was doing it, that they recently launched theirs, and they kind of reduced the income requirement to be like, you have to show 28,000 annual income. So if you divide that by 12, we should be giving you something that are like 2,500.
Yeah.
But Croatia, they just increased theirs in March of 2025. Now it's 3,200.
I think Italy could be the kind of the secret winner in all of this millionaire migration, digital nomad migration, because the lump sum, okay, they doubled it, but it really hasn't stopped. The golden visa, no one talks about it, but now that they look at Portugal and Greece and Hungary, they're saying, okay, this is quite good. Now you're telling me the digital nomad visa is the least expensive of all the European countries?
Yeah.
I mean, people aren't talking about Italy maybe enough.
Again, probably because of what it comes with the package, because when you look at it, you're not looking at the requirements in itself, you're looking at the packages and everything that comes with it. So you only get a 1 year permit, which is renewable, of course, but I think it takes 10 years to get citizenship in Italy. So it might not be... For me, I don't think I would want to move to Italy as a digital nomad.
Yeah.
Again, because my long-term goals are different.
But also you've got already the good one. You've got the old NHR as well, which is very attractive. Okay, fine. But as far as the UAE one, coming back to the UAE, that one is proving quite popular. I think a lot of people coming here. It's just that UAE is an expensive place for a digital nomad, isn't it?
It is because, I mean, digital nomads coming from different places, I think they'll find the UAE to be expensive because when you talk about rents, the numbers are going up. I mean, just like anywhere else, but in Dubai, it's really crazy.
It's crazy, yeah.
But sometimes I feel like I miss Dubai most of the times because in Dubai, at least they're service-oriented. You feel like you get value for your money. In other countries,
service-oriented?
No. I disagree.
US,
I disagree.
Okay, all right, fine.
In other places, so you feel like maybe you're paying for something which you get value for it at some point. But I mean, it's not just like as a digital nomad, you mostly think like these are like Gen Zs. I mean, people see growing up and see trying to figure out life for themselves. They don't have as much to just spend and spend and spend. True. So coming to a country like UAE, for example, would therefore means you just spend savings. You might not save as much because you see like everything is going out and you're not saving.
Saving is just, I know it's not cool, but I can tell you, you regret it later years. Yeah.
So UAE, it is an option for maybe a few persons. I mean, a Londoner or a New Yorker moving to Dubai, obviously they will feel like, oh, Dubai is great, but some other persons might not be that great.
If your business involves human interactions or networking, or you're dealing at a high level of wealth, yes, I think Dubai serves its purpose and it's the cost of doing business.
Yeah.
But if you're totally remote, I wouldn't really see any reason to come here. All the conferences take place here if you want to be in the in the technological space or the fintech space or the crypto space. So just come for those. Spend the rest of the time, I don't know, having fun in South America or wherever.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, good. All right, brilliant. I think that's everything for Digital Nomads. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know your comments. If you agree, don't agree. You see, we don't just do millionaires and billionaires. We do all types of people here. So we're going to try and cover the whole spectrum of people to try and give as much information to all those people, whether you're at the middle, end, or the beginning of your journey. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the other side.